Now turn around and walk out of bounds like a good little hero.
Everyone is watching. Everyone!
Oh? Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny and this is my wife Montana.
And today we're going to be reacting to Season 2, Episode 7 of My Hero Academia, Victory or Defeat.
Last we left off, it was Deku versus Shinzo one-on-one.
I'm really excited for more of the tournament just because of the ability to learn more about everyone's quirks. I'm very unsure about what happened with Deku in that last moment, so I really don't have any ideas about that.
Yeah, and if you are excited for more My Hero Academia, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. So welcome to 2 times a week. We're going to be releasing episodes now on Sundays and Fridays for YouTube. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now, they're all posted to Patreon in their extended full-length forms. All right, are we excited for Season 2, Episode 7 of My Hero Academia?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads, this video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
It's Midoriya from the Hero Course versus Shinso from General Studies. The rules are simple.
I'm very curious about his character design.
Yeah.
You can also win by getting the other person
His opponent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can just give up, huh? In a way, this is a test of how strong your spirit is. If you know what you want your future to hold, you can't worry about what other people think. That monkey was
Like,
going
he just
on
looks
about
like he
his
hasn't
pride
slept.
Yeah.
But I just think he's an idiot for throwing away his chance like that.
Don't you talk about Ojiro that way, you hear me?
Oh.
That's it. I win.
So you're still kind of confused on what this is.
Yes.
By the way, the guy with the tail is Jean from Attack on Titan.
Very cool.
Speaking of which, September 9th, the dub's coming for that, so we'll react to that then.
Amazing.
But he's just out.
Okay. It's got to be some kind of like dream hypnosis thing. How could it not be a quirk at work?
So, what do we do from here?
He didn't stand out in the first rounds at all, but it's possible Shinso's crazy powerful. Who could have imagined this turn of events? That's the festival for you.
This is a perfect example of why the entrance exam isn't rational.
Huh? Why is that?
I've always
Since we're
thought
on
this.
to the individual matches, I had some information compiled about our final competitors. Shinso failed the practical exam to get into the hero course. Since he also applied for general studies, he probably figured that would happen. His quirk is incredibly strong, but that entrance test consisted of fighting faux villains. Robots. It gave a huge advantage to those who had physical superpowers they could show off.
Right.
Despite his abilities, Shinso never
But like
stood a
personal
chance of
combat.
passing.
So here we are. You're lucky to have
Robots
been so
wouldn't work for
blessed,
us.
No.
Izuku Midoriya.
Wow.
Now turn around and walk out of bounds like a good little hero.
There he goes.
Midoriya's not playing him.
No, Deku, what are you doing?
What? Out of the ring, he'll lose the match if he does.
Pretty scary quirk.
That's wild.
Shinso, his
Brainwashing.
quirk, brainwashing. When an opponent
All
answers
right.
this question, it flips a switch in their minds, forcing them to do whatever he says. Not every
It's the
question.
question.
He only brainwashes when he wants to. Not very
In the fitness
Okay. One thing I need to say, whenever I heard this, and I've watched it like several times now, I never really got what the question was. Like, do you even remember what the question was?
No, I don't remember what the
he
question
goes,
was.
so you're just going to give up, huh? And he phrased it that way.
as a question.
So anything he would say would be
Is like-
no, I'm not giving up, which is an answer.
Right. Yeah, like a fake question.
But like,
wow, that's brilliant.
right?
Yeah.
He only brainwashes when he wants to. Not
Okay, but
In the
he
thickest
controls
test
when
on
it
first day of
works.
Yes.
school, Midoriya scored pretty low.
And it wouldn't have
for a
worked on a
student
robot.
who'd been accepted into
Right.
the hero course. Still,
What if the
even in
robot had,
tests
like, a
where he didn't
driver?
use his quirk, he outperformed Shinzo. If they fought without powers, Midoriya would almost certainly win. But he'd have to overcome Shinso's brainwashing to do that. Either way, this match will be over quickly.
Yeah.
Is there a way to break out of it?
Ah! What are you doing, kid? Get back in there and show them what you're made of!
All Might's just like, hey.
What are we doing?
What's happening? My body's moving on its
Oh,
own.
he kind of knows.
I
Okay.
feel like my brain is full of fog. I can't concentrate. No, not like this. Gotta stop. Damn it. I fell for it even after Ojiro warned me about his power.
He really did tell him.
Yeah.
Idiot. This is all my fault. So his quirk is that he can control other people? Can I beat something like that?
Yes, by not giving him a chance to use it. He didn't get into my head until I answered a question he asked me before the second round. I think that's the secret behind his power.
So I have to be careful not to say anything or I'll lose for sure.
Not exactly. Even if he gets you, there's still a chance. For round 2, I don't remember anything at all except the very end of the battle. I think we were running away after Shinso took Tetsu's headband. I bumped into another person, and it was like I woke up. I was me again.
You can be like
Suddenly,
jarred
I was
out of
able
it
to think
physically.
clearly.
Yeah.
Can he
So that
throw
dog
himself onto the ground?
Maybe. It's only a guess. Still, I don't know how much of a shock it would take to break his spell. And in a one-on-one match, you can't count on an outside force intervening to help you. Anyway, man, I hope that's helpful, because it's all I know.
Thank you so much. You're a good guy, Ojiro.
He really laid it out for him.
Yeah.
This sounds selfish, but I'll say it anyway. Beat this guy for you and me, all right?
I'll do my best.
I don't think there's any way that could be construed as selfish.
I can't stop it.
Especially when he gave
Here
up
are
his
all
spot
the
in tournament.
answers. Yeah.
It's all over. Even though so many people are counting on me. Everyone is watching. Everyone!
Oh? What the
What
What's this?
that? Wait,
Is All Might like helping him?
Work like this. I have my own
I can't say
dreams of
anything.
You can't say anything.
So loose for me.
Can you like blow him out of bounds or?
He just reversed his.
Yeah, yeah.
just in time!
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Whoa, I was about to freak out.
His fingers. He broke them in order to stop Shinzo.
That just about killed me.
No, impossible.
How
You're not supposed to be able to fight back.
am I supposed to know? And
You saw those. There was like a bunch of faces.
yeah, no, there was
That's all I'm gonna give you.
very scary with the glowing eyes.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of people.
There were. Yeah. There were
They
like.
kind of did all look like All Might when he was not in his All Might form. Like very gaunt.
They were kind of shadows, I will
Yes.
say. So you can't really. They weren't really. Nah. I can't say anything.
No.
I'm just gonna let it play out. They explain stuff well in this show. But something to take note of.
Not supposed to be able to fight back. What did you do?
I'm the one who used one for all. But I'm not the one who moved my fingers just now. It was like people I didn't know came into my mind. And for a second, it was clear. Could it be?
One for all. A sacred torch has been passed on from person to person.
Wow.
People? Were they the ones who cultivated this power?
The other one for all people.
Yeah.
Is that
Amazing.
even possible?
How'd you do that?
Later. I don't have time to figure things out right now. I have to focus.
He won't answer. Did he figure it out? No. He's known. That monkey must have told him. I have to get him to talk again. Come on, say something.
Great.
No.
I didn't know you had so much power in your fingers. I'm kind of jealous of you.
I know what that jealousy feels like. I've been there.
Thanks to the way my quirk works, I've always been at a big disadvantage. But someone as blessed as you wouldn't understand that.
I get it. Even though he's right, I have been blessed.
You're lucky enough to have a heroic quirk. It'll be so easy for you to reach your goal.
I've been blessed by others. That's why I am here.
It's hard to have a quirk like his.
Yeah.
You can only brainwash people. Like,
I can't lose this. I'll do it for them.
He's pushing me out. You've got to be kidding me. Get out of this ring, you lucky brat.
Oh.
No,
hip toss.
I refuse to let this be the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He got him.
Oh my god.
We have a winner. He did it.
Oh.
All
wow.
right.
Okay. Okay.
What do we think of that scene?
Okay, it kind of feels like One for All is a little bit like the Avatar state, where like there are some shared aspects of like past lives that can like briefly give input or like take over physically, or like, because he said he wasn't the one moving his hands or moving his fingers. Have you ever seen those suits where like a person puts on the suit and they have all these like sensors on them, and then it matches up to like a big robot or like
Yeah.
something in
Like an exoskeleton.
yeah, maybe it's like that, but instead of an exoskeleton, it's other people with One for All.
It's definitely an intriguing idea. I can't say
Literally
diddly squat
anything.
about that.
Yes.
But at least Deku won against
Yes.
Shinzo.
Interesting that he like really didn't use his power too. The way that he won at the end was not by using One for All. It was just a hip toss.
Well, because here's the thing though. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
But the thing that's often slept on is that out of all the people in the hero course, Deku physically trains the hardest.
Yeah.
Because he's literally
he
trying
had
to bulk
to.
up to be All Might vessel. Like it's so when it comes to a fight, that's how it would go. Here we go.
3 years ago. We're going back.
Your quirk is brainwashing? That's so cool!
Seriously, I can't think of anyone who's had that power.
I'm so jealous, Shinso.
Imagine all the cool stuff you could do controlling people.
Yeah, you can do any bad thing you want.
And no one would ever know it was you. Just promise you won't make us your slaves, okay?
Everyone always says that. Of course, I'd probably think anyone with my power would use it for evil too. Sounds criminal, Shinso. It's the perfect power for a villain to have. I'm used to people looking at me like I'm the bad guy.
Right?
Okay.
Like he basically has Lelouch powers.
What? I'm not.
And with that expertly performed throw, we have our first victim of the finals, Class 1A Shizuku Midoriya!
Oh, that was so nerve-wracking.
Turning the tables at the last moment. A classic Midoriya maneuver.
Yeah.
Love the narration.
Shut your damn face.
Erwin can narrate anything for me.
That jerkwad.
Oh, we know.
Oh my god.
He's definitely aiming for the top. That purple-haired guy fell for his trap.
He focused his power like he did in the fitness test and used the throw from combat training. It's not just that he's learning
He's
from his
incorporating
experiences.
everything.
He's using every
Yeah.
trick he's picked up to improve his odds.
I really like
Nice.
that they called back to that, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Match, kids, but both of you fought bravely. Let's show them some love, everyone!
Someone as blessed as
Wow,
you
he
will
looks
never understand.
very sad. Who is saying that?
That was him saying it to him in the match.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you...
So easy for you to reach your goal!
Why do you want to be a hero? What's driving you?
I'll be a hero. You can't help the things your heart longs for.
I felt the same way. Before I inherited One for All, I was just like him. But nothing I say is going to make him feel better.
You were awesome out there, Shinso!
We're proud of you!
You didn't tell us you were that good!
Yeah, you're the star of our program!
I can't believe you put up such a great fight against the dude who was in first place earlier! Listen to them!
Well, that's nice.
It makes me tear up. I don't know why. This scene is like, or just in general, like, support.
Yeah.
Well, there are a ton of applicants each year. Guess sometimes people slip through the cracks.
If only he had more combat experience. Yeah, I bet he would have dominated. What a waste.
Shinzo, you hear that? It's great! They think you're incredible!
Oh, they had the
Depending on
little
the
leaf
results,
float down from the
they might
flashback.
transfer people into the hero course. Remember that. Even if it didn't work out this time, I'm not giving up. I'll get onto the hero track, get certified. And then, I'll become a better pro than any of you.
He got me again!
What?
Why? The match
How?
is
What was the
over.
question?
What?
What was the question?
And then, I'll become a better pro than any of you.
I'm not sure. We'll see. I forgot what it was, actually.
He got me again! Why? The match is over.
You know, usually people tense up whenever they talk to me. If you're not on guard, someone's going to defeat you. So be careful. You better not lose and make me look bad.
I think he was probably really subtle with it if we look back.
Okay.
I won't!
But it's a very cool quirk idea, right?
Yeah.
I won't.
I
He
feel
answered
like it's
again.
way cool. Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like it's way cooler than he's giving himself credit for.
I heard some of the things he said to you. It must have been painful knowing how much you could relate to him.
Yeah, but I still couldn't go easy on him. I have to keep my eye on the prize, aiming for the top. Just like you've said.
Oh, you poor little darling. Have you been putting too much pressure on him again?
It was necessary and that hurt! Ugh.
Oh yeah, All Might. I had some kind of vision in the match. There were people. Maybe 8 or 9 of them? I'm not sure. When I was under Shinso's control, it felt like my brain was full of fog or something. But when the vision appeared, it completely drove the fog away. That's when I was finally able to move for a second. Just my fingertips. One of the figures had eyes just like yours, All Might. Do you think all the people who've used One for All in the past were there pushing me on? Like spirits?
Okay, I'm a ghost?
You have answers!
Actually, I saw something like that too, in my younger days. It's a clear sign that you're getting closer to making One for All your own.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Very cool.
I think it's like a trace of the user's spirit that's left behind in One for All when it's passed on. Don't
Nice.
worry. Whatever you saw, it won't be interfering with you or your progress in the future, I'm sure. In other words, that vision wasn't what got rid of the brainwashing effects. Regardless of what you saw out there, it was your passion that allowed you to overcome Shinso's power. Even if it was only long enough for you to wiggle your fingertips and expel some energy.
Man, that explanation is so not satisfying.
Forget about it! More
You.
importantly, shouldn't you be worrying about who you're
Like that,
fighting next?
I didn't like that very much.
You're right. Thank you both very much.
No, it's because they talk to him. It's canon.
So, he saw you there too.
That's a good thing.
Of course Midoriya won. What do you want?
Oh, God.
You're
Not
acting disgracefully, Shoto. If you had simply used the power in your left side, you would have had an overwhelming victory in both of the first rounds. It's time to stop this childish rebellion of yours. You have a duty to surpass that imbecile All Might. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're different from your siblings. You're my greatest masterpiece.
Is that all you have to say to me, you bastard? I'll win this match and advance using only Mom's quirk. I won't give you the pleasure of seeing me use yours.
Even if that works for you in this tournament, you'll soon find the limits of that power.
So, what do we think of that scene?
Well, he would know the limits of his mom's power, wouldn't he? Because he pushed his mom to her limits.
Yeah, that's true.
So he knows exactly where Todoroki's powers end.
Yeah, damn. But like the pressure and like the
wow, fuck that guy.
not a big endeavor.
Fuck that guy.
Endeavor. Not the greatest. Not the best father.
No. Jesus Christ.
We'll see how Todoroki does.
You did good!
Come on down here. We saved a seat for you.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
But at the expense of some really creepy looking elbows. And of course, it's Hata Sero!
Not worth it.
That was a compliment.
That was funny.
Someone who rightfully got into the hero course based on recommendations. It's
So the recommendations was Endeavor.
That sucks.
I don't really feel like I can win this fight. But man, I don't feel like losing either.
All right, got him with the tape.
Nice.
Apologies.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Wow.
Is that an earthquake?
What the heck is going on? Was that...
He's just frozen in ice?
You could say that.
Just... Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that was very cool.
That was a big middle finger right
fucked. There. You could even say a middle finger tattoo on the forehead.
A little overboard.
Tell the truth, Sero. Can you move it all?
Are you kidding? Obviously not. My body is freezing.
Sero has been immobilized. Todoroki advances to the second round.
It's never good when your fight starts with
an apology.
A minute left in the episode.
Oh, gotcha.
Nice try.
Nice try!
It
but the
seems
music
like
is so
everyone's
good.
very supportive in this universe, mostly.
Except his dad.
Yeah.
I was angry as all.
Yeah, this
He's
show.
like, sorry, there was some other stuff going on
But
that
that's
had
what the
nothing
show
to
has
do
in my
with
heart.
it.
It's always like everybody just being like, get it, go for it. You
Right?
know, it's like-
I mean, like, there are the villains and there are the rivalries, but, like, generally speaking, people want to be successful, but they want to be successful with their classmates, not...
try to be on top.
Yeah.
Except for a few.
Sorry.
It's beautiful music.
It was a bit much.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was
He's using...
He always uses it to defrost things. He never uses the
Crowd shouted,
flame.
trying to make Sero feel better.
Like in the first...
Todoroki took a
That's
moment to
almost
melt his
more
opponent.
disrespectful. I love that.
Like in the first event, sorry, in the first test, remember he froze the house and then he thawed it later?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Pressing play
Crowd
now?
shouted, trying to make Sero feel better. Todoroki took a moment to melt his opponent from the ice prison he'd created. For some reason, in that moment, he looked very sad to me.
All right, and that is where we are left for episode 7 of season 2 of My Hero. What are your first thoughts?
I love this show.
Really?
It's so fun.
It really is.
You'll have to be fast about it, or else this fight will be over in a matter of seconds. Some kind of weapon.
Dark Shadow!
Quickly! A shield!
There are just so many like potential components without the story being too complicated or following too many different like plot lines, which is a very cool combo.
This is something that people also love tournament arcs for, because tournament arcs are like so enclosed, like everybody's there.
Very true.
You get to see the powers, but I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
And if you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and check out the Patreon to see these episodes of My Hero early in their extended full-length forms. We have a lot to discuss. Before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's review.
Thank you for watching. For now, we're going to go to questions given to us by our amazing Patreon members. If you want to ask us questions that we answer after every episode we watch, join the link in the description below and start asking. For now, let's go to question 1. We have some great questions. Thank you for shout out to the Patreon members for quality questions every time. Shane Gilroy asks, in his youth, Shinzo was teased that his quirk would be more suited for a villain than a hero. How would this affect a child psychologically, and what other discriminations might a child face based on their quirk?
The first thing I thought of when I saw that scene is just how much the way you talk about children can manifest in their personality and just like become internalized into who they believe they are. Like there are studies where they have little girls dress in blue and little boys dress in pink and then have adults interact with them. And the language they use with each is so different. For the boys, it's like, oh, you're so strong. You know, do you want to play with this truck? Do you want to build something? Whereas with the girls, it was, oh, do you want this doll? Oh, you're so beautiful, you're so kind. And a lot of people who study child development attribute at least some of the differences to social conditioning. So in a situation where a child is constantly told, like, oh, you would be such a good villain, oh, this would be perfect for this, the idea that that's what they're meant for, that's what they're best suited for, that's what they're designed for, that's the only way they're going to be successful. I mean, those are obviously not logical conclusions, but children's brains aren't designed to be the most logical.
Yeah, but what do you think of his quirk specifically and its tendency to be skewed towards the villain side?
My initial thought was, that just seems like you're not thinking creatively, because like the guy in the audience was like, oh wow, I could just get villains to surrender like peacefully and easily. Like there are so many ways to use that quirk in a way that would be helpful. And like, yeah, if he decided to use it for evil, that he would be really dangerous, maybe even more dangerous than other heroes. But I think the danger would come from the ability to make other people do it and like stay at large.
Yeah.
But
I guess the thought is you could like walk into a bank and be like, can you give me all your money? And then they'll be like, there you go.
Right. But then once the brainwashing was over, like once the brainwashing ended and he had like left the building, they would realize what happened and they would start trying to find him like they
we don't know
found
the
all
limit
the
how
villains.
long you can brainwash. You could just leave it like that for a few days and then be completely.
I mean,
like,
someone's
there's
gonna
a lot,
notice.
You have to know that that's pretty. There is a tendency, but I think it's an interesting contrast between him and Deku. Deku not having a quirk and being told you'll never be a hero because you don't have a quirk, versus you'll never be a hero because your quirk isn't heroic. So now Deku being told you have a heroic quirk, like I think that's just such a.
It is a very cool, cool comparison. Yeah, the only other thing is I would argue having a quirk that skews towards being used for evil and choosing not to is more heroic than just using a heroic quirk.
What is nobler, to overcome one? Wait, no, to be born good and remain that way, or to overcome one's evil nature through great effort?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know who said that?
No idea.
Parthenox, the dragon from Skyrim. All right, question 2. Miss Breadloaf asks, Todoroki declares he won't use his left side quirk, Fire and Flames. Do you think he will ever use his father's quirk? Also, after seeing how incredibly powerful his ice quirk is when fighting against Sero, if Todoroki were to use his left side in combat as well, how much more powerful do you think he would be?
I don't see him using the fire while his dad is alive or around, because it's all about giving him the satisfaction. So if it wouldn't give him the satisfaction, then it kind of doesn't matter, at least to me. And I think the only exception to that where he would possibly use it while his dad is in the picture would be in a way that his dad would hate, like to save his friends or something, but never in like a, oh, this is how I'm gonna be like such a hero. Like it would still need to be to spite his dad, kind of. And then given how powerful his ice powers are, I mean, he would be more than twice as powerful if he also used the fire, because assuming it's like the same on each side, just having double the power quantity, but then also the like diversity of weapon and situation. It's just having more tools is going to be better.
We've already seen he's very tactical, very
exactly
strategic.
Like adding on a tool
would be very powerful.
Yeah.
We'll see if he chooses to do that or what's going to happen with that. But let's go to our final question. The final question, the lore question. Just Your Average Fangirl asks, during the fight with Shinzo, we see Deku have a vision of shadowy figures. What do you think these figures may be, and why do you think they showed up now?
I think I'm sticking to my avatar state thing, that it's like the previous One for All users or critical development people who like, I mean, All Might said that it's like the spirits of the other.
The culminated power passed down, yeah.
Which is interesting because I didn't think that All Might had the power passed down to him, but if there are previous users, that makes me think that he got it at one point. But if he got it at one point, I don't know why he wouldn't tell Deku that.
I think he did.
Did he really?
At the beginning he said it was passed down to me and I'm passing it down to you.
Oh, okay. I did not register that. I thought he had it for his whole life.
Well, we'll see. He has it. Blah blah. I'm not going to say anything.
All right.
The lore stuff, I'm just so ready to discuss it, and then I'm like, oh, this fledgling child of the My Hero community, you have not even your
I have
your
no
seed
idea.
is not. Oh, never mind. But
don't
not
talk about my seed.
You're my wife, so. But anyway.
Don't want to hear it.
So, all right, you're sticking with the Avatar-esque shadowy figures, or just people of the past? We'll see.
Yeah, I think they like show up in like the time of most need, like one of those situations.
We'll see if that continues moving forward, but that is about it for episode 7 of season 2 of My Hero. Are we excited for episode 8?
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.